Good evening and welcome to the 10 o'clock news with Michael Fish. Okay, so I'm getting bored. So I thought I would do a daily reading of Gordon Ramsay's bowl of shit. So let's see how we get on. So I've had these cards for a long time, okay? And so for a start, I thought I would show you a quick clip of a few of you wanting to know what it's like in Britain, okay? Like questioning my accent. So I'm going to show you a quick clip of what I get called into when my friends and stuff start fucking beating people up, and I get called into the fucking boozer trying to sort out this. You come back in here after like a few months and it's been fucking going quiet. It's like it's been in the middle of most stuff. Bill, water, we need to talk. Right. Now that guy, he got fucking hit from the left and the right at the same time and squashed his fucking melon and absolutely busted his lip and took half his tooth out by 8 people trying to hit him all at once. So that's what fucking happens in this kind of place that I try to stay away from. So anyway, so let's see how we get on with, I'm going to try this. So this is the vice versa deck. But I actually, it might go completely tits up, but anyway, this is a bowl of soup, and what about life doesn't, right? So, I've had this deck for a long time, but I actually give my mum a quick reading. She came in, she heard a song, and I showed her a card, and she was absolutely gobsmacked, and I give her a 10-minute reading with 2 cards, pretty much. So, and I was seeing some very strange shit. So, yeah, so I know. Like as far as I'm going, I'm going back to the gym and I'm going out and stuff. You know, I'm kind of going to take a break from this for a while and I'm going to get back into fitness again. I've been going back and I really enjoy it, so I'm going back to the gym. I'm going to try my hardest to stop smoking and eating healthy again. But because it's Christmas, right? But I do enjoy that, you know. So let's see anyway. What are the daily energies around? What can you show me? Please show me. Daily energies that are around. Daily energy. Daily energies for Steve's bowl of soup. Steve's daily energies. Steve's bowl of soup. What energies are around? So, we have got the 9 of Cups. But the 9 of Cups, let's have a look, see what we can see. The 9 of Cups talk about wish fulfillment, okay? Some of you could be looking into the Akashic Records. I noticed on my old channel I did it, and there was a picture in the background and it was to do with pillars, okay, pillars. I don't know why I just picked that up, but the Akashic Records, okay. But this guy looks a bit like Aries, and he's looking at something that's built up. He's kind of looking at lining them up. Line them up. Line them up. Oh, there's a song somewhere coming in. But lining, trying to find alignment. Trying to find alignment. There we go. And then we've got the 2 of Pentacles. So this is, it's kind of like a joker in this one, right? A joker. But it's found balance because they're both more or less equality. So it seems like vibration is being raised by finding a quality of balance with alignment of my emotions. Alignment of emotions. You know, true alignment, going from K2 Ratu, which would be your north and south node, pretty much. North and south node, which is your karma of what you walk across. You walk across and you find balance and harmony with universal energy of soulmates or twin flames or whatever people want to kind of label things as of these days. But you know, it's what it's kind of telling me. It's finding alignment across your north and south node. Probably looking into astrology. That's probably why I picked up on the Akashic records. There was something to do with Google that when I did. I think if I have got that Akashic records right on the video. I think I did put that in the intro. If you do go back to that and you have a look and you see that in pigment in the top there. Okay, I think it looks a little bit like the icon that I used in it as it started. Okay. I think that was to do with alignment, right? Finding alignment. But it's finding balance, okay? And it could be to do with what we've got, the Four of Wands, which is what? Twin flame, soulmate, happy home life. You know, finding stability, probably talking to parents. What the hell is that? It's a ram's head. Get up there, dog's head. God knows what that is, but probably finding more a balance. You see, when you balance out 555 on the clock, I noticed. But when you find balance within your north and south node, and you basically calm the fuck down and you pull yourself together, okay, and you stop feeling fucking like defensive and kind of realise that everything is literally illusion because they're not there. This guy's kind of like, well, I'm not really bothered. They're not there, right? They're not there. I can't really see them. They're just kind of. They're in front of me, but you know, I can kind of walk through that, right? But when you find alignment with yourself and your energy vibration raises, you have to drop things that drain you, because that's a draining energy, right? Thank you. So 9 of Cups is a draining energy. So that's narcissism. People that like literally drain, it's a leech, right? It's a leech. It's a karmic leech. And it's something that has been in your life for a very, very, very long time, right? Very, very long time. Say like a situationship that people believe is a partnership or whatever. But they're connected to someone that drains their money, drains their finances, drains their emotions, drains their thought space, their heart space. It destroys the home. It destroys everything. It means that they are more than likely narcissistic, okay? So, which means like they cry for attention all the time and they always want something, but they always fuck up really quickly. And their truth becomes shown and told to you within time. And the more time you spend, the more truth you find out. But when you're not blind to the truth and you stop juggling, okay, and realising that they are juggling or that they're trying to balance fucking this out and that out, and they'll tell you that, well, okay, well, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, but then when I get this and then, you know, and I have that stable, this will be stable and that will be stable, but what I need from you at this time is fucking, I don't know, Jon Snow or something, you know. When I basically have all that, then I'll be able to find balance, but I need this from you. That's a narcissist. The more times they do it and they do it and they do it, and you're caught in the holding cell and you're trapped and you're like, wow. Sorry, so from that card, which we had, right, that card that I showed you a minute ago, when you feel trapped and defenseless, and you feel like daggers are coming at you from left and right, and you don't know your head from your arsehole, that means because you are connected to a narcissist or you're connected to someone that's completely draining you, and it's destroying home lives, all things that are built up, and it's karma, it's alignment. It means that there's something that it's saying to you that you have to drop the dead weight because it's draining you. It means it's narcissism. So hopefully people have found balance. So, wow, that's just from 2 cards. So let's have a look. What else can you tell me about the daily energy? Daily energy for... So I'll just say this is the 15th, 16th, something like that. I'll probably label it as the 16th. Yeah, so it's to do with the marriage. It's to do with... like, I mean, this can be a long-term relationship, right? A long-term relationship. But that is a mask wearer, someone that wears a mask. It's, well, in this card, right? It's got one person that's looking up to them. So one person could be looking up. So this is a Taurian energy. But so like a Taurian energy is, I mean, I have that in my descendant. But it's something that keeps me stable. Even though that's my karmic walk, it's something that I need for finances and career, but also something that holds value to me, because this is traditional values. Okay, so this is like firm commitment, something that's real and honest. Okay, but you have one person looking up to someone. So this is also a guide or a CEO, corporation, or someone that owns their own company, or they own different companies or different creative fields or anything like that. But you have one person with a maybe leave the light on for me. I'll be there for when. Na, na, na. What's that? Belinda Carlisle, right? I think. Maybe leave the light on for me. So it's a guiding light. So one is looking up as a guide to a guide, and one's looking down and looking at a book. So, but the key is on the floor. There's two keys on the floor. So it's kind of the key of opportunity. But what is holding up a peace sign, right? Holding up a peace sign. So it means finding balance within, well, I mean, finding balance of realizing about dropping that. So that's kind of what we're looking at, to be honest, is that like a marriage, okay? So a marriage or a long-time partnership, some people say, so these could be children, right? But some people stay in marriages for the kids or whatnot. They think, well, because we have children together, you know, and I have been talking to a lot of people via different things that I run, Facebook and Instagram, and on all the comments. You know, they're caught in these karmic situations or soulmate things or growth and learning. It's all about growth and learning. Yeah, so thank you. That's the book. So it's about growth and learning. You learn that, you know, it's because it's, I did say a story, I think it was in that, you know, people stay in long-term things just because of children. But what is that doing to the children? You know, what's it doing to the children? If it's destroying the children, then that's a show of strength, because that's Taurus, the Sagittarian energy. So that's the Sagittarian energy that's kind of guiding maybe, but also telling that it needs to be, well, it doesn't need to be stable. It means that it needs to be broken, because it's also karmic law. So it means you're the one that makes the decision, because Taurian energy is about traditional values and breaking down the traditional value too. So, and that would be Ketu Ratu. But that means, as a guide, okay, that children are the revolution. Okay, so what are they learning from someone that is completely self-destructive? Now, if you're self-destructive, but you're connected karmically to someone that is a narcissist or completely self-destructive, and they can't look after themselves, how can they look after children? Right? So it means that you are called as a calling, okay, because that's like law, court of law, to probably take people to court or to make firm convictions and break addictions. It means that things can't be handled out of court, or they can't be handled by the amount of time you've done it, and it takes sometimes threatening people or actually going to court or looking into court or looking into the book of law to actually realise what you can do, because things can go on for fucking years, because this is Taurian energy, this is fixed. So this means years. It means that it's probably gone on for years, and it's took a long time of juggling and balancing and draining energy as a reflection of the whole thing, and also means that it will go on for years too, as a complete cycle, that it will go on for years and years and years and years and years until you find the strength yourself, because it talks about self. Ketu Ratu means about you, that your wake-up call is to realise that it's down to you. You can't sit and wait for someone else that's stupid, or someone else that's aloof, or someone else that's draining, to actually think, well, maybe it'll get better, or maybe they may make a decision in the right direction. They won't. So your calling and your guide is saying to you, if you're not listening, is the fact that you need to show a show of strength to break free, to make things better in the end, in order to find someone else that has traditional values in the same way as a reflection as your karma and everything, of what your reward would be once breaking free. The tiger broke free. When the tiger breaks free. Could have something to do with Leo then, maybe. Post-war dream. I've been listening to that. Pink Floyd, the post-war dream. So let's have a look. What else have we got? What other energy can you tell me about? What other energy can you tell me about, please? Energy. Wow, that's fucking way too many. What other energy can you tell me around at the moment? What other energy can you tell me for the 15th and 16th? 15th, 16th, 17th. More energy. Could have something to do with Leo. Thank you. Wow, so the 10 of Cups. Wow. So this is in this is in reverse. So the Ace of Cups to me is kind of in the background. That's kind of like the Ace of Cups, right? Something across water, across the sea. It's like very distant, and it's like a statue that's turned its back. Could be a Taurus that's turned their back, or so that. Oh, hold on. So the statue is held within the Three of Pentacles in the other deck that I'm thinking about, which is 3. But it's concrete. So, but these cups are still standing regardless. I'm still standing after all this time, looking like a true believer. You're not a little friend. I'm still standing. So someone is still standing after all that time. After all the time, after all this time, they're still standing. But the 10 of Cups is in reverse, so it's not a happy home life. The 10 of Cups talk about emotional fulfillment. So, like, someone is not emotionally fulfilled by this. This is not love. Whatever this is kind of really going on with the bad spin of things, that's not love. That's not love. That is karmic. So it's a calling for growth and learning to still stand within your conviction to break free. That in order to turn this around, you need to turn things around yourself, pretty much, to find wish fulfillment. Because that is, I don't know if that's back to front or not, but that's pretty much what I'm picking up. What other energy have we got? What other energy have we got, please? Because the Taurian energy talks about a statue. Right, a statue because of the face, right? And then in the background there's a statue. So it's concreted in for this to be a lesson. It's a concreted thing that is calling you to learn about breaking free out of things that are like clay, that are making you feel like you just can't fucking move, that people are... that have masks, they wear masks, they lie, they manipulate, and it's not love. That's not love. That's not love. Is just a feeling, you know. True feeling and true reflection of love is created by the stomach, not like a fucking sick to death feeling. Like, are they lying? Are they manipulating? Are they not? Has it happened before? Will it happen? Has it happened? It's made me feel sick and drained and God, you know, and what should I do? That's not love. Well, what else? What other energy? So we have, wow, what is that? That's temperance, right? I think. So, there's been an ending. $16, is it? So that's positive. Well, anyway, we won't go off the numbers and what they are. I'll just go off the pigment of the cards. Anything else you can tell me? But that is a guide. That is Sagittarian energy. But that is like an earth angel, I would say. Okay, like a guide, spirit guide. Someone that has fucking fire under their wings. Someone knows how to show themselves up, show up as themselves. You know, this is someone that well, they're wearing white, but they're just kind of like, you know, I know myself inside out, because the white is purity, right? It's purity, white. It's see-through, basically. So you're shining. I'm shining. There's another song, Shining. That is something that I work out to at the gym, funny enough. So that'll be another song in there, okay? Oh, I love that song. But white represents see-through, basically. It's kind of, you know, and there's a reflection in the water. But it means that, you know, in order to find balance, you have to still remain open, and you have to temper yourself. But you always have to remain open. It doesn't matter. People can't make you feel that you're stuck. You know, if you feel that you're stuck and that you can't go out and you can't start to spread your wings, right, and fly, or that you can't do things in the right direction, it means that you're still like caught in a bowl of soup. You have to find freedom. When you're free, karmically, because you always have to present yourself as yourself constantly. You always do, because if you're blocked in any way, you're not open to receive or give. You know, receiving is just as important as giving. You have to be a giving person in order to receive, because if you're not a good giving person, generally a good giving person, you can't receive anything that's good. So it's a reflection of the same thing. You have to show yourself up as the person that you really are, internally, not externally, but from your soul, because this is purity. So from your soul of what you really are, what you show yourself as to be as what you are will be a reflection of someone else that will give you back exactly the same, to find equality of give and take and balance within fire energy and water energy. Okay? And then what happens, that you find stability, you find freedom, you know, you find growth. Wow, what is that? That looks like children there, but it looks like a child, but it's a flower. If I cover that bit up, it looks like a child's face, right? That's some fucking strange shit. So it looks like, well, it looks like things are in disguise, right? In disguise. Something's in disguise. But generally, it's finding balance and freedom, you know. It's someone that's wise, influential, but they're also concreted into a structure of where they sit, because they're supposed to sit on there, you know. He's kind of like moulded into it, and he's very relaxed, you know. And he has a pentacle there. He's not looking into it. He's kind of looking outwardly, and he's kind of looking expansive. And he has a bird of freedom that's kind of giving him the information from the Akashic records, you know. But it's a grounding energy. Is it that I keep picking up that child with dark hair, but it has no face. Has no face. And neither does that. Well. And then we've got Piscean energy, which is Neptune. But this is, wow. So there's a snake that's just about to strike. But it doesn't look like where it's going. But this guy is kind of like half stuck and half not stuck. I don't know if you can see that, right? But there's a very, very thin line there that's still just, but it's about to fucking snap. It's about to break free. Well, tigers break free. So it's just about to break free and not be stuck anymore, you know. Because there is kind of like, and the other way around, it's kind of like, wow, the sun's shining bright and I'm all right. I'm just kind of like staying here, you know. But on this impeachment, there's two people in the background that he's facing them. Sorry, my phone is pissing me off at the moment. And it's distracting me. But he's facing two people. But it's Neptune energy. It's Neptune energy. I keep picking up so many messages that it can get confusing. It's picking up, but it's, you know, it's purity. But it's behind. It's kind of like there's something behind. Something behind you. There's something behind you. There's something behind you. But there's two people that are kind of not even looking. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to leave that at that, but that's the first experiment really with these cards. So that is the Daily Bowl of Soup with Michael Fish.